This is another notion, many of a more adult type than the one you just saw. Now, here's the situation. Defend or offend. Somebody, I believe this, I'm trying to remember because I looked at this paper. I only skimmed. I can't read all the articles entirely, but I get my various information from different tasks. Anyway, this guy, he's like saying that we're doing the bad thing by sending these creeps back to El Salvador. No, 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 no. We're sending the riffraff back to the raft. But then they're taking them and being very nice. They're saying, hey, we're sorry about this. We're sorry we got the worst of the worst. We'll put them in one of our prisons. Settle up. That's the way you do it. And it's futuristic, you don't have your own room there. You got a bunch of people in cages. But these people have been doing very bad things. They're bad international terrorist gangs. They've been raping, they've been killing, they've been mutilating. So I don't feel sorry. And they said, well, we're not going through a constant. No, they broke the law. Not only did they come across the border, which is breaking the law in the first place, but they did the heinous crimes more than our own. They're very competitive with our own psychopaths, murderers, rapists, and all that stuff. We got a big enough market of homegrown. We don't have to get to go from the gardens around the world. And it's a coordinated plot by Hazaras and the Democratic Party to put the whole country in a demonic state. We will all be, culture will be destroyed. That's what the culture will be destroyed because you're letting criminals in and they're going to overwhelm the natives. And we happen to be the natives or the legal natives who want to incorporate themselves and add to American society as opposed to destroy it from within, which is the Venezuelans' plot and the Red Chinese plot. And don't be scared to call them Red Chinese. That's what they are, commies. Yeah, people want to forget about this. They even got drugs. You know what the drugs are? They'll wipe away your memories of bad things that have happened to you. There's a movie by Jim Carrey a number of years ago in which they basically sunshine mind. And what you would do is you have a trauma, you wipe it away. Then you don't learn from your drama. Say you went out with a bad woman. You know, we've all done that. All us males have gone out with psychopathic, murderous girls. If you wipe away the memory of that Holocaust, you'll get into the next Holocaust. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. So you'll be going out with the same person, then having another terrible thing, and then you're wiping it away. It's not the right way to handle yourself. Stars that went on the rocket had a bliss. This is all from the New York Post, by the way. Katy Perry, one of the rich billionaires girls where she had the big boobs, and a number of other people, and Oprah Winfrey's girlfriend. Now one up, they're very proud of themselves, and they float around space for a little bit, and then they call themselves astronauts, and they were on Apollo 1 or 15 or whatever it was. You're not an astronaut. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you're not brave to go out in space. But I'm not saying that you're the equivalent of the Armstrong. You didn't walk on the moon. You barely got off Earth. But Katy Perry, star that she is, she got off a little and she kissed the ground. Now I would do that too, because I wouldn't understand how he got up there in the first place. I'm afraid of heights. Arsonists of man. Now there's signs. The guy heard voices. He had Molotov cocktails. His thing, he made faces. He was a mechanic. Then his mechanics in the brain went wild, and he went crazy. And he burned down the governor's mansion in an anti-Semitic rant. Because that's the psycho jobs. That's the new thing. I don't even need attachments of your logic. It could be a Jewish psychopath burning down and a Democratic one burning down the Democratic headquarters because he's nuts. See, that's what happens when you have these schizophrenies. They piece together things that don't belong. This, Shapiro, like guy. There's a guy. A Christian God and a Jewish God. Jesus, Lord of the singing saints. But you don't believe it? Oh, someday, Jewish people, you will be able to eat pork and and bacon without guilt. That's God. That's one of His gifts to you. Have some shellfish. What's in the what the hell's going on? That boy car return? That not our return? Oh, we're not going to return. Oh, the El Salvadorian president, he stood up to the commies here and he said, I have no authority to get that guy, order him back to America because you commie judges are saying it's okay and want to stop the whole uh, cleansing of us of the riffraff and the murderers and send them to El Salvador to a prison that treats them the way they should be treated, a max. And that they should have that. They should have international maxes for the worst of the worst. And put them on islands. Not so nice. El Salvador actually is a warm place. It's beautiful there. Our commie political people, when they tried to free them, they stayed at the luxury hotel. But that, oh my God. Pet shop wing rat. No. You know what they're doing? They're hunting down pigeons, capturing them, and using them for hunting in other states where it's okay to shoot at pigeons. I have mixed emotions about this. I mean, I like pigeons. At the same time, they're flying rodents, filled with dirt and filth, and they poopy on you. So if they're shooting down at you, why shouldn't you shoot back up them? Yeah, guard dogs, this vagrant, which is legal to break into houses now in liberal New York, breaks into this woman's house, a hairstylist like myself in a previous life, and she had to get two dogs. Now I bet if the dogs bite two blood bulls, well, this vagrant's gonna know better because pet bulls are they don't like you invade their space. And usually I don't like when pet bulls attack people, but they attack the bad people. Not so objection. What's this? Bum of the century? Like who was the biggest bum? I don't know. Joe Biden? I mean, he was a corpse when he was president for 4 years. That's a bum and getting kickbacks. That man was half dead and half done doing his job, and what job he did was not so good. A skull reattach. Yeah, I tell it was a miracle. A woman. I'm having surgery previously. A woman, her spine got reattached from the skull. They put it back. And they say there's no God. I say claim there is. That's what I claim. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. I don't know how long this one went. Okay. Oh, and goodbye, my friends.